Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be telling the story of a man named Bob who went on a normal furniture shopping, but it turned out to not be so normal. One day, Bob needed a new couch for his new apartment, so he decided to go to his local IKEA. He entered the IKEA thinking, I'm just gonna buy a couch and get out, that's all I need. But when he reached the couch section and picked out a couch, he looked behind him and no longer saw the arrows on the floor. Then he looked up, and the ceiling seemed to go on forever. It was kind of foggy, and every customer disappeared. As you should be, he was scared, so he started calling out for help, and then he saw an employee pass by, so of course he tapped the employee on the shoulder, and when the employee turned around, the employee had no face, and its arm was super long with an abnormally large head. Bob was terrified, so he sprinted back to the couch he was looking at and looked up at the ceiling again, and still it was super high with endless long ropes holding up giant signs with furniture on them. For the rest of the day, he didn't see any employees pass by, but he decided to start exploring. He didn't find much, but he did find a burger, so he saved that for later. Then, the lights. They turned off with a loud bang. He was terrified, but then from behind him he heard, "Please exit the store. The store is now closed. Please exit the building." And he looked behind him and saw an employee, but it was one of the faceless ones. So he began running, using lamps to guide his way. But in the distance, he saw a giant pile of furniture. But it wasn't just a random pile. It was a city made out of IKEA furniture. The people there opened the gate and said, come on, you have to come." Looked behind him and saw countless employees chasing him, saying, "The store is now closed. Please exit the building." The people on top of their city made out of furniture were throwing little pieces of furniture like flower pots and other small objects at the employees. He rushed through the gate, and then there was a loud crash. The people closed the gate right before the employees got in. He asked everyone what was going on, and they just said, "We've been stuck here for years. Welcome to returns." Bob was super confused. All he did was come to shop for some furniture, and this happens. But there's something strange about the people. They all seem like they're from other worlds. One of them didn't even know or heard of the Statue of Liberty before. They kept each other company for what they counted as years, and then one night, the horde was too bad. They couldn't fight it off, so they had to abandon returns and go to a nearby city called Carts. If you didn't already catch on, the cities are named after the signs above them. Returns, Carts, yeah. But when the group was moving to Carts, Bob got split up. He went the wrong way and split up from the group. But then, the lights turned out, and he couldn't see a single lamp or thing in sight. He heard two employees chasing him, and then he ran and ran until he saw a glowing light in the wall. He walked through it, and he escaped. He was in the outside, but the employees were still chasing him outside. He saw fences with SCP guards that work at the SCP Foundation, but unfortunately he was eaten by the employees and dragged back inside by the two employees that were chasing him. This is SCP-3008, also known as the Infinite IKEA.